should you do a free webinar to promote your course, to have people join your course? You are basically giving a taste of the kind of transformation your customer, your client can have from your main offer, from your product, which is your course. People first want to taste that small transformation to trust you, to trust your offer. 3 days free workshop. I didn't even write what could happen in like each of the 3 days. I just wrote 3 days free workshop, and I didn't make any promises in there. I had like 373 people sign up for that, which was massive because I didn't even have those many people in my audience. Hi, I'm Devika, and I talk about tech and course creation on this platform. And today I want to talk about, should you do a free webinar to promote your course, to have people join your course? And I'm going to share my own story too. I've been doing this for 7 years now. I've sold my own courses in the past successfully. And I've also helped several clients, online coaches, course creators, and online entrepreneurs sell their online courses, programs, coaching programs, anything in that zone of coaching and course creation. And consistently in the last 7 years, what I have noticed is when you offer something live, whether it's free or low cost, depending on the stage of your business, whether that's a webinar or let's say a 3 day challenge or it's a live masterclass, you are basically giving a taste of the kind of transformation your customer, your client can have from your main offer, from your product, which is your course. Which is why I highly recommend, no matter what level you are at, because this is, if you notice the big the big course creators in the industry who are at 7 figure level, even 8 figure level, like James Wedmore, Catherine Zenkina, even at their level, even though they've been doing this again and again for like 10 years, over 10 years, some of them, they still offer free or low cost live webinars or masterclass or workshops before they sell their course or program. And there is a solid reason why, because no matter what, people want to first, like this applies to every business model. People first want to taste that small transformation to trust you, to trust your offer. Because I feel when we are, especially in the online course and coaching industry, when we say that this is the kind of transformation or result you can have by joining this program, it registers mentally with your audience, but it doesn't come into them organically in their body, like that visceral feeling of the transformation they can get from your course. That does not happen until they join you in your in your live masterclass, workshop, or webinar. Now, if you feel like I've heard some people saying around that webinars don't work anymore, webinars are dead. I don't agree with that. Some people say course creation also doesn't work anymore. Again, I disagree with that. Everything works. There are people out there who still are looking for good courses, no matter which industry you're from. There are people who need the transformation that you have, that you want to offer them. They need that help, that solution, that problem solving thing that you have in your program, in your course. People are still looking for that. So I do not agree when some people say webinars don't work anymore, or live free masterclasses don't work anymore, especially because I think in the last 1 or 2 years, there is this trend of running paid ads to low cost offer, like for example, like a $5 PDF guide or a $5 masterclass or something like that. And those are good, but the kind of people I work with, the kind of clients I work with, they want more organic clients. They're not very interested in running ads, because the kind of clients I work with are majorly in between their year 0 and year 3 of their online business, online course creation business. And it is advisable, if you are somewhere from year 0 to year 3 of your online course creation business, you take things organically. You build your community, you build that audience loyalty that will automatically help you sell your course, your program, and then you use paid ads to scale. Now, of course, there are exceptions to this rule. I have helped some clients run paid ads to their programs as well, but I would say that's more like an outlier. I do believe in the first 3 to 5 years of your online course creation business, or at least till you hit 6 figures in a year, revenue, you can absolutely do it organically by building your community, creating content like this, like how I'm creating, and also offering free live programs, short programs like maybe a webinar, masterclass, workshop, where people can come in and taste the small portion of the transformation that they can get in your main program. I'll share my story, what I did. So in 2021, I was getting some requests from some of my audience members. This was when I was active on Instagram back then, to teach copywriting, because I had been a copywriter at that point. I was doing copywriting since 2018, and I developed like good skills and experience in copywriting until that point in 2021. And I had never, until that point, I had never sold my own course. I had helped few clients till then, till 2021, but I never sold my course. I didn't have a large audience. I had, I think, like 100 people on Instagram, and I think like 500 friends on Facebook who were like my business contacts, business friends in the online space. And I had no idea how I would do this. So I again did what I had helped my clients. At that point, I put together a 3-day free workshop to teach copywriting. And again, when I was putting together the curriculum for those 3 days, I was not even aware what topics can I teach in those 3 days, because I was wondering, because, in the beginning, when you're just starting out, you don't know what kind of people will join you, because sometimes people who are more advanced in their journey, if they join you, that curriculum, that topic that you would teach would be slightly different, rather than people who are more like beginners. So I had no idea what I would teach. So what this is something that I absolutely did like a playful experiment, but it worked really well. And now I help my clients with it, and feel free to take this for your own course launch as well. I literally put together a simple sign up page, like a landing page, saying that 3 days free workshop of copywriting and email copywriting, specifically, how you can build your first 500 signups for your email list. That's it. Like something very broad and generic. I didn't make something super niche in this, because I didn't know what kind of people would sign up. Because at that point I was working, like I was writing copy for clients who were already at 6-figure level. I was also doing some kind of consulting for people who were just starting out. I also had some online business colleagues in my Facebook and Instagram world who were at my level, and also some people were at the more beginner level. And I was putting my free workshop for the first time, not knowing what kind of people would be interested in this, because you never know until you do something, right? So I literally just took that landing page, and I just wrote that 3 days free workshop. I didn't even write what could happen in like each of the 3 days. I just wrote 3 days free workshop, interactive activities. We'll do some interactive activities, Q&A. I'll teach something, and the goal is to build 500 signups for your email list. And I didn't make any promises in there. I just said, like, you'll learn how to have the first 500 email signups for your email list, and no timeline promise. For some people, it can be in 6 months. For some people, it can be in 12 months. And I just wanted to teach what are the right steps you need to take to get your first 500 email signups. And I would teach how to write copy for that, how to promote and everything. And I just basically put out that sign up page. Um, I think within that 1 week, I started getting signups from a lot of beginners who were interested in this, and that started giving me a lot of idea. And because like the first, I think I had like 373 people sign up for that, which was massive, because I didn't even have those many people in my audience. How that happened was, initially when I got the first 20 people sign up, I saw that they were beginners who were very curious about this. They wanted to do something online. They wanted to teach something online. They had some kind of expertise from their profession, from their life, and they wanted to teach something online. And everyone knows that, hey, you need an email list. So they wanted to learn how they can build their email list. So they signed up. The first 20 people who signed up were more like beginners. So that gave me some data that, oh, so now maybe this topic is more interesting to people who are early on in their journey. So let's attract more of these people. So then what I did, I started reaching out to my some of my business colleagues that I had in my Facebook and Instagram. They had good following. Like one of my online friends, she had like 3,000 followers on Instagram. Another friend had like 1,000 followers on Instagram. So I just basically told them, hey, I'm doing this free, basically reached out to them one to one, and I told them I'm doing this 3-day free workshop and I would love to promote it on your platform if you would like that. And in return, I would be happy to give you a consulting call in for 1 hour if you're interested. Some of them were very happy. They accepted that consulting call. Some of them were like, no, we'll do it just anyway for you. You don't have to give us anything in return. We're just very happy to spread your word, because I did have really good relationship with them. And there were one or two people who were not comfortable with it, which is fine. Normally when you do these collaborations, there would be some people who are comfortable, who are not, and they're all like have their valid reasons, not judging anyone. But what happened was, the ones who did agree to help me, I basically just went on live on their platform, taught something very specific, very short, specific about email copywriting. And I got a lot of signups from there. So that is how I got like 373 signups within a week for my workshop. And when I did conduct the 3 days workshop, again, I had no idea what I was going to do each day. But I just, on that day, before the first day, I literally just sent an email to the people who had signed up, asking them some questions, like kind of like survey questions that, hey, where are you in your email list building journey? I'm putting together the curriculum for the 3-day workshop, and I would love to tailor it according to majority of you. So where are you in your email list building journey? So I got good replies from there, because again, a lot of people were curious about this, and that informed what I needed to teach on day one. And then day one, when I delivered the free masterclass, they asked me some questions because there was Q&A available. That informed my day two. And similarly for day three. And then I started promoting my main paid program on day 2 and day 3, which I was calling Build Your Fan Club that time. That was the name of my program. And I had 26 people join. I think out of those 26 people, 11 people joined in the same, like the day 3 of my workshop, and the remaining people came later on, I think within that week. So it was a massive success, and it was my first time doing a free workshop for myself and also selling an online course for the first time for myself, even though I had done it for some clients at that time. But for myself, it was the first time. And that really helped me come up with this strategy where you don't need to know a lot to offer live webinar or masterclass to your audience. All you need to come up with a broad topic for what you want to teach, so that they get just enough transformation, and they'll basically understand probably like 10% of the bigger transformation they can get in your paid program and become interested in your paid program. And then once people start signing up, you can do what I did. Ask them that, hey, where are you in your journey? For example, you're teaching fitness for moms over 40. You can ask them, where are you in your fitness journey? Where are you in your energy levels? Or whatever is specific to your niche, your topic. And you'll likely have people answering, because most, like, at least I feel on an average, after working with so many clients, I feel 20 to 25% replies do come when you ask people where they are in their specific journey in your niche. 20 to 25% people do reply. And that really helps you get informed about your free webinar, your free masterclass that you can deliver to them specific to their journey. And once you do that, they ask you questions. They'll ask you questions on that free. You don't have to do like a 3-day free workshop like I did. There were many times after that when I sold my course and I just did like 1-day free webinar, 1-day free masterclass, 1 hour. I mean, 1 day is 1 hour only. It's not like I was teaching 24 hours. 1 hour free masterclass. I've experimented with a lot of these things. The best one that has worked for me and my clients so far are somewhere in the combination of 3-day workshops and 1 hour free masterclass, like somewhere in the combination of this. That has worked best. And this helps you get a lot of data, because all you need is a lot of data to basically teach something very specific on the free webinar or the free workshop, so that they get the tiny transformation they need to trust you and your offer. And then you can also tailor your main offer according to that. Because so many times when we are putting together a course, then it feels like really broad, because when you have so much knowledge in that specific topic that you want to teach in your niche, sometimes you think, can I put all of this in one course? I may need like multiple courses, which is true for, I think, and it's true for all of us. And that is true because that is why people come up with multiple courses, because all of your knowledge cannot be put into one course. But you can give one transformation, one win to your audience, to your customers in your course, which which would be that one win, that one solution. Your free webinar will tell you that, because when you do your free webinar, that's when people ask you questions, and that question informs the specific problem, that one specific problem, that one specific solution or transformation your people are looking for. And then you basically are able to tailor your course according to that data. So data is very important, and that is why I do recommend that you offer some kind of free live masterclass. I don't recommend automated webinars in the beginning, at least not until you've consistently started making 6 figures USD per year. But I do recommend doing more like free live webinars, free live workshops, because then people get to ask you questions, and that informs your main your course topic, your course curriculum even, and even your online messaging that helps you promote and sell your course. So yeah, that was it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions about this, if you are, and where are you in your course creation journey? Have you started creating your course, or you already have built some courses and you're wanting to create some new ones? I would love to know where you are in your course creation journey. Drop them in the comments and I'll get in touch with you. I have some bloopers coming in from the day to day. By the way, at the end of this video, it is Sunday and that I'm recording this video. And before this video, I went out with my mom today to the market, so I just thought I'll show you some bloopers from my Sunday. I'll see you soon. Hi, I'm doing a test video here and I'm seeing if I'm coming in the frame all right. Hope so. I'm looking at myself in the TV there, and I hope the frame is good.